Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie, for those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island USA season, 7, episode 21. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. I just want to announce that tomorrow's video will be late. I have a busy evening tomorrow, so it's probably gonna come out Saturday morning. Just a heads up before y'all looking for something that's just not there. Was this episode weird for you guys too? Because my friend and I were texting, we were like, yeah, this, I don't know, like, I'm sure the Nick and Alondra, like, the people who ship that relationship, y'all are living. I was kind of like, yeah. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But anyways, let's get into this episode. Of course, we know that Nick and Alondra were dumped in the last episode. And so Ace and Taylor, they're just grieving.
Losing somebody that's, that close to me.
Like, he's able to chop it up with anybody.
Yeah, bro. My best friend for life right there, bro. Like,
I'm sitting here thinking how I'm gonna break the news to Sierra. I just cried. I'm supposed to be a gangster. There's no way that a woman does not stand for Nick, especially Jaden.
How are you feeling?
Terrible. These men are acting like they lost him in a tragic accident or something. My Lord. But that's not even what stuck out to me. What stuck out to me was Ace saying, I'm frustrated. Okay? And I wrote it down verbatim. There's no way a woman doesn't stand up for Nick, especially Jaden. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? It proves the point that these boys have been trying to puppeteer. They've been trying to manipulate the game, and it didn't work. Now, some of y'all, shout out to y'all. Y'all have good eyes. Some of y'all were pointing out the fact that Ace pointed at Jaden. Is Jaden the girl that I'm thinking of? I think so. Pointed at Jaden and like gave her a screw face. And that's when she started breaking down. It's almost as if, and also to like people on TikTok were pointing it out. And then y'all were sending me those TikToks that the guys were making expressions as if it's like, okay, our plan is in motion. And on top of that too, you mean to tell me the connection that Taylor had with Coco is just gone to the wayside just so your boy can have a lifeline? This man was doing googly eyes at old girl, talking about she literally is Alondra just in a different body. And now all of a sudden that connection is completely done. And now she's going to be with Ace. Like, we don't even see Coco talk to Taylor no more. Not at all. What was the conversation? Like, what happened? These guys definitely did some kind of strategy, something. Yeah, absolutely. And now he's lashed on a bus down, which isn't bad, but like, And on top of that, oh, sorry. Gosh. You had no physical, maybe not no. You struggled to see a physical connection with Alondra, but you kept it going for whatever reason. These two new girls come in, they look quite different, and you latch on to the both of them. What was it about Alondra that wasn't it? Like, I'm struggling. You like who you like. I'm not even crucifying the man for not being into Alondra physically. But I'm just like, Alondra was always gonna was always gonna fight a losing battle. Like there must be something about Alondra that he was just like, nah, like, not for me. And I'm struggling to figure out what it is. Anyways, kudos to Miss Gray, Miss Jalen for standing on business. I love that. No kudos to Tats in the Casa Villa, because to me, when he was talking to Amaya about like her still being in the house, it almost felt like he was doing her a favor. He was like, well, imagine if I didn't stand up for you, you'd be going home. Okay, she knows. You don't. Why are you? And then when they got in the bed, I'm like, oh, you feel better now? It could be his tone that's throwing me off, but I don't know. I didn't like it. So Nick and Alondra go on a date, and why did Ian Sterling say that the waiter was going to be Jeremiah? And then he's like, haha, jokes. He's such a troll. He is trolling everybody who is still upset about Jeremiah's dumping. Like, the producers were like, yeah, shut up, viewers. He's not coming back. But anyways, they have this date to see if they can build something.
I thought I was boarding a flight back to Florida.
My heart is beating 1,000 miles per minute.
Oh my God, my queen. I've been missing you.
Garrett's currently coupled up with this guy named Elan. They have really great conversations. Kind of reminds me of you. Like, looks like you, kind of.
Coco chose Taylor first. Clark chose him at the recoupling. He also feels this physical connection with her. So for me, that kind of, raised some flags.
Can I be honest? These two getting dumped didn't really faze me much. It didn't. Love Alondria, I do. But I feel like outside of Taylor, she doesn't really try with anybody else. And then, well, until this episode. And then I didn't believe in Taylor's interest in her anyway, so I didn't want to keep watching that. And then with Nick, I didn't appreciate how the three men feel like they can just be the captains of the ship. So them leaving, I felt like it satisfied a lot for me. I got to stop watching the train wreck that was Nick and that was Alondria and Taylor. And then I got to stop seeing the boys trying to master manipulate everything. Like, I feel like I won. Honestly, I feel like I won. But anyways, they're back. They're talking about everything that's going on in Casa. Alondria said everything outside of the fact that Ciara has been having some breakdowns, which is good. Shake the table a little bit. And then Nick told her about what Taylor's been getting up to, like all the nitty gritty, whatever. Then they get a text, which is so dumb. They get a text saying, you can leave single or you can couple up and stay. Who the hell is going to leave single? Why is that even an option? And so I saw somebody on TikTok hypothesize, obviously before this episode, that Nick and Alondria were going to go to Hotel Amour. If you watch Love Island Australia, you would remember that twist. But basically, it was these couples who had like unfinished business who got to experience like a solo casa to see if a connection could build from there, right? I feel like that would have been a better twist. Because now these two have to couple up, right? Put them in Hotel Amour. Let them actually explore this supposed connection that they have without the distractions, without the words of everybody else, without Alondria having to freaking watch Taylor crack on with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? If there's something there, give them the space to genuinely explore it. Putting them back in the villa, to me, is kind of just, I don't know, it's a waste. We then cut to Taylor and Bust Down in the Speakeasy. And before I was saying, the eye contact, I don't really know. It wasn't really given. It's there now.
You know I do it instantly. We are meant to be.
If he's willing to throw all that shit away over physical attraction, that man was never fucking mine.
I've been wanting to get to know you. This text is the perfect opportunity to do that. It's like this fun, like secret admirer kind of thing.
Okay, he has a lot going on, so it's like I'm not even gonna make it worse.
I kind of always wanted to let you know I was into you, but
Really?
never.
Nick, what the fuck?
It's tough.
Alondria, I understand the importance of a mental and emotional connection, absolutely. But that physical, it is so important. The person doesn't have to be your physical type per se, but they have to be physically attractive to you. You have to be physically attracted to them. It is important. And so for her, she feels like nobody will compare it to their connection because they've built this emotional connection for so long. But where did it get you, babe? Where did it get you? This man literally admits that he has built a stronger connection with this girl at the same point comparing to him and Alondria. I would say that that's a better foundation. He's emotionally attracted to her, physically attracted to her, clearly mentally attracted to her with the conversations that they've had. I think that's a better foundation. But Alondria is dying on the hill that she has built this connection brick by brick. She literally said brick by brick. And that their foundation is stronger. Okay. Back at Casa Amor, we have Ciara and the man formerly known as Canada. Personally, I don't want him to represent me anymore because of what you guys told me in the comments. Wow. So we're not going to call him Elon, okay? So Ciara's talking to Elon, and basically she's thanking him for comforting her because, losing Alondria was a big deal. Well, baby girl, you better hope that Alondria and Nick don't truly connect because you might lose her twice. You might lose her twice. Then we see TJ and Barbie talking. Honestly, quite bored of that couple. I don't really get much from Barbie, to be honest with you. TJ, irritating. And he's in the same boat as Elon, according to y'all in the comments. So they could go. Don't really care about them. In the night, we see Nick and Alondra coming back, like sneaking into the room. They're sleeping in the same bed. And I was like, oh, well, this is stupid. Like, what drama is really going to come out of this? Then I forgot that she can see in the bed that Taylor is with Bust Down. And I said, Then in the morning, they wake up. They're like, oh my gosh, Nick. Oh, Alondra. She's here too. Why did Taylor jump past her to go and hug Nick? Big yikes. So everybody's doing their debriefs or whatever. And of course, Nick and Alondra tell them what happened. Nick calls Elon this kid, which to me sounds like he's pressed by the situation because you know his name. Like, you know, this kid, but like, you know. And then Ace says he's not pressed by a man who's 6'7". He probably isn't. I don't know. Who knows? Ace is so self-absorbed. He probably doesn't have a small man complex, honestly. But yeah, we'll see how pressed he is when everybody comes back to the villa. But I have thoughts about that man too. The big man shoulders, he's got issues too. Apparently y'all saying that he's one of them free Tory people, which is crazy considering that Meg was just here. She was just here. Anyways, yeah, kind of wish I didn't know what I knew about these people because it's like irritating watching them now. Like, I don't even want to root for anybody. I don't want to root for none of these couples. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. The only thing that I guess I could root for at this point would have to be Nick and Alondra. I don't believe in their pursuit, but at the villa, Alondra and Nick are talking about this under the surface connection that they have. And I'm just like, yo, stop the cap.
You got Sierra in the back of your mind. I always got my boy Tay in the back of mine. But we're gonna navigate this thing, regardless of what we got going on.
I've told you I'm attracted to you.
No, you haven't. I just assumed you were. We never had that chat.
Like the first kiss we had, I thought was like super hot. That's the reason I kept picking you in the challenges, because
Really?
I think when I walked in, like you were one of the most beautiful women I've ever
Stop
seen.
it.
I think you're super attractive and
Stop.
beautiful.
You just make me blush.
This is so irritating to watch because whatever they did at the end together, do I believe in it? I don't know. They've been kissing throughout this. Oh, I just said what it was. I was trying to, anyways. They had been kissing throughout the season, so it's okay for them to kiss. Like, they've done it before. I don't think it'll actually develop into anything because, number one, Taylor and Nick are besties. The man literally was weeping at the thought of Nick not being in the villa anymore. Sierra and Alondra are really close. Alondra still has feelings, very strong feelings for Taylor. And Nick, oh gosh, I can never lift up my ring finger. Nick still has strong feelings, not strong enough to want to close things off, but he still has strong feelings for Sierra. So like, where really is this gonna go? Nowhere, let's be honest. But anyways, it is nice to finally see an OG guy give Alondra some genuine compliments without being forced, without feeling like eyes are on him. Like, we're seeing somebody actually love on this girl. I love to see it, man. I love to see it. And he has said multiple times, I think Alondra is so stunning. So I believe him when he says that. I just don't think they would be able to have something long term. Stranger things have happened. It's very possible, but with the parameters, I'm just not seeing it. But anyways, Taylor tells Ace and Nick that he is feeling more with Bust Down, which is concerning for him because at this point with Alondra, he didn't feel this much. Surprise, surprise. And to the person in the comments who was like, well, obviously you don't understand Southern values. Where's that? Taylor was able to kiss old girl after 2 days of knowing her. Maybe because he actually likes her and he didn't like Alondra like that. Can we be honest about that finally? Can we finally be honest about that? I'm glad they had their kiss. They had a few kisses because finally some people can wake up and realize that Taylor just wasn't feeling the girl like that. It hurts. It sucks. I was wanting better for my girl, but he wasn't feeling her like that. He just wasn't. So anyways, because Alondra now knows about the kiss, he has to fess up, be like, yeah, I did kiss her and I do want to explore, both connections. I still want to keep you around too. This is where she says the whole, we have a deeper foundation thing. Girl, I don't know. I don't know. You've just known him longer. It doesn't mean that it's deeper. And then she says the ball is in his court. Take it out. Take it out. Matter of fact, pop the ball. Okay? They play Raunchy Races. Well, they didn't call it Raunchy Races this time. It was like Casa Showdown. And I was like, it's called Raunchy Races, okay? Anyways, I'm only going to talk about what stuck out to me. We have TJ who almost threw Barbie into that damn fire. Amaya is so goofy. Oh my gosh. When she kissed this guy, she was falling all over the place. It's probably why they lost the point. Sierra went on her knees to kiss Elon. I don't know what I typed there. Alondria covered her eyes when Taylor kissed Bust Down, and she says she built this connection brick by brick. Nick bent Alondria over and picked her up while Huda put her man on the floor, and it looked like she was licking his clothes. Then Shoulders hoists Huda up with one arm, and he kisses her, and he's like, oh, she might be on my radar now. Okay. And then the finale is always this huge orgy. The main villa doing a lot. Can you imagine? They didn't even get the point. So after the game, Taylor takes Bust Down to the dock, and basically he's like, where's your head at? You know, I just want to make sure that you're okay. And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. I still want to pursue things. She's very happy with how things are going. He says that he's struggling a bit, but he still wants to keep the connection flowing. He hopes that it does turn into something. And then it looked like she was going in for a kiss, but he couldn't do it right away. So he like hugged her and he tucked his head into her bosom. And then they did share some kisses after, but it's like these weird pecks. Listen, whatever. At least a man is kissing somebody without being forced to. Let's start there. Then we cut to Nick and Alondria in soul ties. And it was so funny, sad, strange, weird seeing that and the juxtaposition with Sierra and Elon and Casa Amor.
We always have chemistry during every challenge. I think everyone can see that.
I'm like flushed right now. I really like your strong personality. Makes me feel.
Make you feel
I don't know. I kind of like it. You give me that cheeky smile and like your big beautiful eyes.
Really pushing myself to try to explore a connection to the fullest. I kind of shot him down. Like if Nick is doing that over there in the villa, I'll be really upset.
It's only one way to find out. My makeup is all over your face. You're so spicy.
All I gotta say is, Alondria, Nick is just freaky deaky, okay? I don't know if anything serious could really stem from this. Again, stranger things have happened. I didn't have faith in Marco and Hannah, and now they're engaged. Stranger things can happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be careful, temper your feelings. And then to Sierra, Nick is freaky deaky, so I'd be careful, temper your feelings. Like literally the same applies to both. She's opening herself up to Nick. Sierra's closing herself off because of Nick. It's just, I don't know if we should put this much faith in Nick. Not right now. Not right now. But we'll see. We'll see where things go. Announcement. No, I'll just say it and then put it at the beginning. Anyways, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.